Hey everyone, wanted to give you a quick bit of information about what this video is, as it does not typically follow the trajectory of my other videos. Typically I only post like lives or my ghost tour content. For this one, it's going to be a video that I posted on TikTok. It is part of my reenactment Ghost Skits. It's part of the Ghost Skits 2 playlist. And following that is a Q&A session where I gave a little bit more information on what was going on and how people could do some very basic measures to ensure that it doesn't happen with them, whether intentionally or unintentionally. If you primarily follow me on YouTube, just a reminder, all of my ghost skits, and there's a lot of them. If you have not checked them out, do go over to TikTok. All of them are between the Ghost Skits 1 and Ghost Skits 2 playlists. If you want the full uncut version all together, all in one video, for at least the Ghost Skits 1 playlist, that is Patreon exclusive due to copyright things going on with YouTube. I also pre-release all of my uncut Ghost Skits on Patreon as well from here on out. That being said, I hope you enjoy this impromptu posting. I took a ghost to the beach. The following is a reenactment of a true story. P.S. The other person I'm talking to is a ghost. Thanks for meeting me at the beach today, Fanny. You know, I have really loved how you've been around the house a lot lately. But
I miss him too.
where is Jimothy?
He wanted me to be with you more at the house because he said he was going on a trip.
Did he not want to take you?
To see his brother.
His brother. Yeah, his brother's been gone ever since last year at the courthouse when George was removed. Sorsha and I have checked in on him, but he seemed like he was thinking about moving on.
Adam thought it might be best for Jim to be with his brother. To grow.
Oh, you mean coming to terms with his time in the war?
He's never spoken of all of it. And he wouldn't want us thinking he's any less tough.
He's been running from a lot of things for a long time.
I miss him more every day.
Yeah, I've seen this before. Usually with past loved ones, it's like a leveling up process. Like a way to untether them, I guess. It's like going to school, mental health, mediation, life review, coming into one's own. But it is a chance to level up and to be more, to be less scared.
He wouldn't want us thinking he was ever scared.
I know, but we know him, and we know everybody gets scared sometimes.
I think this'll help him with the pulls.
Pulls?
People trying to conjure him.
What do you mean?
Well, I thought you knew. His fans.
What?
He's gotten mighty fine with resisting. He even helped me. Adam and Rupert taught him a few things, but he gets tired some.
Are you telling me that there are people out there who have tried to forcefully pull him to them when they don't even know him?
Yes. I thought you knew.
No! This is not even remotely okay. How would it look like if a living person took another living person off the street to just come hang out when they didn't even know each other?
He's told me of times where he used to get held up longer than he ever meant to, and a weaker spirit would still be pulled, but Jim's gotten so strong.
People need to be more careful and remember what consent looks like. If I had known...
What would you have done? He lacks the fame, mostly. It was something he had to learn on his own if things were to continue.
I want to keep you all safe. I'm not sharing my stories with people so that they can take advantage of you. People need to find their own ghosts, just like they would find other living people. You don't kidnap them to say hello.
Jim's gonna be okay. We all are. He just needed some time away.
Still, I don't like that I wasn't able to protect him. He didn't even tell me.
You are a fine sister to him.
I guess, sometimes. I know he had a sister when he was alive. And I hope that wherever she is, she's doing well. I think he really liked her.
He did. He told me about his mama, too. Fine lady. I would have liked to have known her, but she would have been well old in her years by the time I was even born.
Funny how things work. Well, I'm glad that you're staying with us while he's out.
and especially while Molly's been busy. So busy. She seems mighty glad with what she does to fill her time, meeting spirits of all strength and force. She's been enjoying her time. Fame's been good to her. She actually used the energy to her advantage. I'd say so. This is not the first time I've had to make this PSA. To be honest, I didn't even know that it was actually possible to even form a parasocial relationship with a spirit who was just being reenacted by me. I am grateful for this platform to be able to tell people about my experiences, and for many of you, you found education in that. However, I am going to have more and more stories that are more guarded with the material, as well as not sharing actual names of the spirits that I'm speaking with, because they deserve their privacy too. They deserve safety, and they should not be plucked out of wherever they want to be just by somebody who wants to have a conversation because they're feeling lonely or something like that. So to be clear, find your own ghost. For anyone else that is wondering, let's talk about ways to not invite spirits that you don't know over to your house, or anywhere else for that matter. Now you might be thinking, there's no way I could do that. I'm not a medium. Let's pretend for a moment that literally everybody can talk to spirits, because literally everybody can. The difference is whether or not you understand what they're trying to tell you. But yes, you can talk to spirits. Spirit is not bound by space or time. That means that you can talk telepathically or even out loud and receive messages from anywhere to any spirit so long as you have their consent to talk to them. However, some people don't acknowledge that they can do this, though it is possible to look energetically at a space and time and actually pluck spirits from it. Not all spirits will be able to come with you. It is a matter of how much of control they have over themselves on whether or not they allow themselves to be plucked. And if you have an experience where you're watching something scary and then something scary seems to happen in your house right at the same time, sure, your energy could be enhancing something that's already there, or you could be unintentionally inviting it. I have a high respect for people who have made bookings with me and who have asked questions in regards to how to not do this, especially without the consent of who they're talking to and without understanding that they're doing it in the first place. Quick tips. 1, you can energetically make a kind of shield that looks like a hat, put it over your head, and before you watch anything, before you invite anything, just keep all those thoughts in your head. Imagine that shield just keeping all your thoughts right in there. The second tip, but I'm just going to say this is the biggest one, understand what you are thinking. Actually be present enough to understand what your thoughts are in real time so that you know at first what you are thinking in the first place. If you have plucked something by accident, ask it to either go home or ask your guides to escort whoever you pulled home so that they can be where they need to be in their given place and time. Acknowledgement and apology if necessary is key. If you are plucking spirits without consent, don't. Hi everyone. I am getting ready for a gathering of friends, and I thought I would go live just to answer any questions that some of you may have, because I haven't done a solo live in a little while, and here I am killing time. So hi people, you can ask me whatever because I am open to it. I did not tell my mods that I was doing this live, but here we are. So hi. You're welcome to ask me questions. I am getting ready for a little gathering, but I just thought I'd go live to talk and, kind of catch up with some folks, because all my lives have been with others recently, and I always like to catch up with those of you who are just hanging out for a good time. So, hi. Hi, everybody. You're welcome to ask me questions on fun stuff. Keep it fun. Keep it cool. Oh, wow. It's like I spoke you into existence, ma'am. I was like, I didn't tell my mods about this because I didn't know I'd be doing it. Hello. Where are you folks coming from? Get to see me try to put my hair up. What's up? Washington. Awesome. Alabama, cool. I have not been to Alabama, though. I've been to Washington. The coolest, funnest fact I've learned recently. I've learned a lot of really cool facts recently, and when you asked me that, my mind was just like, I don't know facts. Goodness, I just went to a few museums over this past week, and I learned a variety of things. Yes, okay.
Well, Catherine was in town and she actually enlightened me to what the difference between a true shrunken head and a not actual shrunken head, like if they were using a monkey skull. There's a museum called the Museum of the Bizarre in Wilmington. It's a full $3, and I always tell people you get what you pay for, but you might as well go because, well, why not? It is $3. And yeah, she and I pointed out different ones. She was pointing out from things that she knew, and then I was pointing things out by what I was getting energetically. So, but you know, of course, they're going to tell you that everything is real because it's part of the shtick. So, yeah. How did the sister gathering go this past week? Find some new stopping grounds. Thank you for the roses. Everything went really well. We explored around, did some cool stuff. I don't think we really found any new grounds, but we revisited some old ones, and I took them to some spots that I used to go to when I was living in Raleigh, and that was cool. It was validating as well. The Oakwood Cemetery is, in fact, still haunted, so that's a thing. I haven't put buns in my hair in a little while, so we're gonna see how this goes. Maybe I'll keep it there. We'll find out. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. From Michigan, saw the video about people trying to summon Jimothy. Seriously rude. Yeah, I just filmed a follow-up video for that one, because I just wanted to be clear on some things, specifically regarding whether people knew that they were doing that intentionally or not. Because there were some folks that I don't think they understood what they were doing because they just didn't believe that they could. And that's something that I ran into. If you've been following me as far back as the, I called it the driver fiasco, I'm going to say in part sent somebody out. I might move that bun later. I in part sent somebody out without meaning it, but the person I was working with at the time, they may have also pulled him as well because I had been talking about him. So, you know, taking responsibility for where I have responsibility in the matter, but also acknowledging that other responsibility could have been taken as well. So, yeah, hello. Let's see. Yeah, any other random questions? Chicago! Haven't been there in a while. New Jersey, cool. I want to go back to Chicago. I'd like to go back, I think, in the summer. This time, I'm not gonna flash y'all. But yeah, it is not that kind of show. Nor do I have an OnlyFans. But respect to anybody who can make an OnlyFans work for them. I have a few friends who do that, and I'm just like, good for you. Anyway, so Charleston. Hello, Charleston. I was just driving past there recently. West Virginia, Tacoma. Cool. Yeah, I was on the train going past there. Florida, Texas, hi. Yeah, I hope something like that wasn't intentional either. Hello from Wilmington. Yes. Are you avoiding the Azalea Festival today? I feel like a lot of locals, unless they have kids, absolutely do. For anybody wondering, the Azalea Festival is, it's a local thing. I need to review some of the history of why it was actually started, because hearsay is that it started due to some racially really not cool things. So, yeah, I don't know how my hair, do you see that? Like what? From Detroit, hello. Yeah, me having to say people need to find their own ghosts. Yeah. Like I don't want to make people feel bad. I just, like, if you want to find haunted places, then you've got to go to haunted places. Like, if you want to find places where ghosts will be, you have to go to haunted places. That is just the reality of the matter. I've had some people be like, hey, can you send your ghost out to me because I am afraid of meeting random ghosts? And I'm like, well, I'm afraid of meeting random people. So, like, how do I meet people that I can trust? Well, I talk to people that I trust first, and then I'm like, hey, what people do you trust? Like, can I meet those people? But like in real time. But it's like also if I'm in a new city, it's like I'm gonna go out and try some things, you know, like I'm not really a bar person anymore, but like I would go to bars and I would just like talk to people and stuff. You have to put yourself out there. And it's the same thing with haunted spots. Like the spirits I know of, one, oftentimes like my friends will come to visit me, or like the spirits will ask to visit them. It's not them being like, oh, why don't they come over? And it's like, well, comfortability, I guess. Also, I love how half my hair is doing this. It's super cool. Yeah. I'm seeing high humidity. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a thing. Let's see. Oh, you've not seen me on a live. Hello, welcome. I used to do weekly lives. I'm trying to get back to that. I have been committing to almost weekly videos on, I'd still say for average, like the last 2 months, weekly videos on YouTube. So, and I do post all of my lives there as well if you've ever gotten a chance to check them out. You know, I don't hate this one, but this one, because there's a lot less hair. Oh, Macon. I haven't been to Macon, Georgia. Yeah, I don't really do a lot of middle parts because it takes like 10 years off of me. And when I look 10 years younger than I already am, I'm kind of like, yeah, I think I'll keep to the side part. Thanks for the compliment on my shirt. Where did I get it? I want to say Asheville, North Carolina. There's a shop. It's downtown. It has like a lot of stuff like this. So usually when I'm there, I like stock up. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna try this bun again. I've never done a live where I was like getting ready before, so this is funny to me. Am I the girl who can speak to spirits? Technically anybody can speak to spirits, but I would associate myself as one of those people who can speak to spirits. See, I like this one. This one. What are we doing here? What is going on? I think the first one's always easiest because you don't have to match something else. And now I have to commit to this because at this point, I'm pretty sure I've probably like pulled out all of the natural waves in my hair by like pulling it up like this. So yeah, cool. Just me hosting a party and being like, hi, I put buns in my hair. Let's see. I've done a lot of collabs with other creators. I have not done one with Kelsey Davies. I haven't done one with them before. But yeah, I've posted a lot of my collabs on YouTube, and we've talked about a lot of things. The most recent one was with The Real Crystalline, and we talked about astrology, and we talked about like the energy of what was going on, and we talked about like some mediumship stuff, different things that we've gotten over time. So we compared and contrasted like viewpoints on things, and that was really cool. So yeah, you got to catch a live. I can't remember the last time I did like a Saturday live. It has been a while. Typically Saturdays I will not like reserve for social calls through my Patreon, but if I'm gonna do something like this on a Saturday, I usually am doing something with the social call, and that's for the online community group. Y'all see this? What? I'm trying so hard. Elsie Baum, am I saying that correctly? I will have to look them up. How is Rupert? Rupert is doing something right now. He's had a good week. Catherine was in town, which meant Arnold was in town, which meant they got to hang out a lot. We also hung out with Sorsha, so he got to hang out with Adam too. Not like he needs my, like, in the physical people to hang out with people. Like, he's got his own friends. Like, literally, I was talking to him the other day, and he just, like, slipped out something that, like, he was, like, seeing so-and-so, and I was just like, what? Like, really? Like, it wasn't anybody famous, but, like, he just mentioned, like, information about who he was seeing, and I was just like, okay, fine, so you have your own social network. Like, I'm glad. I think that's healthy. Like, I'm so happy because he, like, stood out alone for, like, almost 300 years, so, and he's a very introverted person, so, like, him meeting his own folks, like, I'm very happy about it. Oh, hey, Aaron! And Sean. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm seeing some folks who I've met before. Hello. Thanks for joining. Ooh, where in the world that is historical that I like to go to talk to a ghost? I want to go back to Rome. And because when I went, I was not very tapped in, and I was just pretty much overwhelmed by the whole thing. Now I feel like I'm in a much better headspace, mental space, all that good stuff. And yeah, I think I'd like to go back to Rome. I'm gonna do another hair flip. But yeah, I'd like to go back there. I also think Greece, because I'd like to connect with the Hellenistic side of things. And see what energy is still where and what that looks like, but also connect with modern people who still follow some of the older belief systems, and to learn from them, and I think that'd be really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna get this. Everybody, I'm gonna get this. I know you're all rooting for me to get my hair in a second bun. Very cool. I have been to the 9/11 memorial. I was not as awake then as I am now. New York is a very loud place. I really feel for those who choose New York as a living space and are actively looking to open their spiritual connections. I know people who do, and they thrive there, and that is very good for them. For me, I really have to adjust when I'm up there. It's not impossible, though. Sometimes it takes like a little bit more time, because I used to work up there. I didn't live in New York proper, but I lived in DC, and I did some commuting work back when I was doing more theater stuff, like live theater stuff. Okay, we're just gonna keep going with these buns. I'm meeting new people today, and I'm just like, hi! Oh goodness, if any of you meet me in real life, which I know some of my mods and some of the people in my community totally have, and you know. Anywho, what's going on in the comments? Cool, yeah, I love that you're dropping some spots that you all like to go to that are haunted. Am I going for Star Wars buns? I don't know if I would call these Star Wars buns, but they are buns. Buns of a sort. See, I like this one. I'm gonna have to redo it again. This party starts soon. I've gotta look like I'm okay. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm doing probably like some space buns. I have been to Beaufort, yes. I actually made some videos in Beaufort if you want to check them out on my YouTube. And I don't think I did a YouTube Beaufort video, but if you go on my travels playlist or on TikTok, you will find some Beaufort videos. I did go to the old burying grounds, and yeah, I enjoyed my time there. I've been there multiple times. So, yep. Okay, gonna try this again. Gonna pull it up like this. Oh, seems promising. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna find out, everybody. It doesn't, we don't know for sure until the rubber band is on. I used to get so angry about things like this. Like, I would get so impatient about, like, things not working out. And now I'm just like, this is funny. And I'm doing this in front of people. Like, who am I? Oh, my goodness. Oh, you thought that bun looked good? Well, thank you for that. Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, literally yell that. I feel like I just yelled. I'm sorry. Okay, opinions, because I don't think it looks that even. I'm gonna start pinning it down. I'm gonna trust your opinions. So do I just start pinning down the buns from here? You can also like the video if let's see. Okay, so I'm natural isn't symmetrical. Cool. Okay, great. Thank you for all of your support. Literally, as I was staring at the comments, a gnat went straight by my ear, I guess just to be like, hi, I'm here. Okay, so I will pin that and hope for the best. Somebody asked about graveyard offerings, and yeah, it depends on your practice. I know depending on sometimes who is buried in that burial ground. Somebody once warned me about never leaving coins at a Jewish burial ground. As far as why that is, you would need to ask a Jewish person. Sometimes people will leave rum. Sometimes people will do leave coins, as I mentioned, but depending on which. Sometimes people will leave items at different graves, or like leave them at the, like, I've seen shells, make them biodegradable unless you have like the permission to leave them there if they're not biodegradable. I've left energy before, a kind of like cleansing energy, or I offer to do something like make a video for the long-term I guess survival or something of the burial ground, awareness of it, when I make videos on places like that, I'll leave information, or sometimes I'll leave a donation for the burial ground, or I will do an act of service, like cleaning a grave or something like that. Once again, for anything that you're looking to do in the physical, you want to be sure that you have permission for whatever you're going into. But yeah, I think, and I mean like from the alive people, I think at base, just even going to like the before you go in, just being like, hi, I would like to enter, I would like to respectfully enter, and just kind of leave it at that. So at base, that is something to do. But yeah, look up the military leaf coins. That's right. I know for some traditions, like Hellenistic traditions, coins can help you get ferry across the River Styx in order to go to the afterlife. So that's a thing. Hello, other Rebekah. Oh my goodness, do I see spirits every second of every day? No. I lessen my abilities because I want to be here living a physical life with other physical folks. I'm going to use a little bit of hairspray because the wind is up and I live on the river. So, yeah, in fact, I always describe it as I perceive spirits, because I'm still opening or reopening my physical eye clairvoyance. So when I primarily see spirits, I perceive them through my inner eye clairvoyance. And I've actually done some courses on that on my Patreon, and not only what they are and more information about them, but also how to open them safely and responsibly. And another thing, I still sometimes will talk to some people in consultations who want to know a safe shutdown. You know, like maybe they're getting overwhelmed with something, or a lot of things are going on in the house and they just want to like sleep at night. And like we would talk about ways that they can just have a chiller existence, essentially. Though be prepared, if you are ever talking to me about something like that, be prepared for some hard truths when it comes to what you may be doing to feed that energy. Literally had that connection yesterday. Or had that conversation yesterday where I was talking with somebody and I had to be like, you're feeding the energy and this needs to change if it's ever going to stop. Because they were saying like, oh, we've had it cleansed by all these different backgrounds of belief systems and like all of that. And I was just like, right, but you can cleanse out an energy, but if it's being fed by you and recreated by you, then what does that mean? I say this without judgment because I used to be one of those people too. I didn't know any better. I would just feed stuff that was in my house. So understand, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I would never do that. I work to not do that. I have a lot of emotions. So, or at least inside emotions. I'm an Aquarius, so we keep those on lock sometimes. Yeah, cool. Love the convos going on in the comments section. Oh, hey, Patty. P.S. Anybody who is interested in Akashic Records, Patty just joined my readers team, and that information is up on my website now. That's RebekahTheGhostGuide.com. Go to readers and practitioners, or I think look up practitioners. That's my readers team. She's super new, at least to my team, but she's not new to all of this. And yeah, I'm just super excited. Thanks for joining the live. Let's see. Hello, Aquarians. Oh, thank you. How do you help a child that can see spirits? She's 9, definitely an empath. So I do work with some parents on these things in consultations. It doesn't always have to be like a mediumship-led consultation. I can give quick advice and help and that sort of thing in my quick chats, and those are typically available a lot sooner than the mediumship-led things. So that's where you get to pick my brain on my experience. It's not me tapped into the energy of the situation, but it is you tapping into me as a human being and having the experiences that I have. So at base, I would say for any kid that you have out there who is having experiences, listen to them. Listen to them. Give them a space. Give them a space to talk to you. Give them a space to have to themselves, and empower them. Empower them so that they know that they can make things go away too if they need to. It's not just about asking for help and not knowing how to help them. These are very human things. When you think about it, this is very like mental health sorts of things. But like I would have loved to have had somebody who understood when I was growing up, who wasn't just like clairaudient and clairvoyant, but also understood how to teach and how to convey these things, to kind of look to, even if they didn't. The other side of it is like, I was raised in a family where a lot of folks like weren't really open to all of this stuff, but I at least had an outlet to speak so long as I chose to speak. So another thing I would say, especially like with super empath kids, is to make sure that they're regularly cleansing their energy and shielding it. Once again, that does go back into empowerment. Ooh, that's interesting. I think I'm going to do that. I got these are a gift from Lauren. That's with Lala Lotus & Co. Or Lala Lotus Co. And she's also the person that I collab with for jewelry stuff. But anyway, I was talking about, it looks like I have little horns. Oh, I'm going to be that person at the party. And here I was being like, I'm going to be normal today. What is that? Let me make sure these are kind of a little bit more even. But yeah, shielding for empath kids, giving them a space to speak, checking your own emotions to be sure that you're not putting them out there without releasing what's not necessary yourself. Do you see these little horns? Sorry, I got very back and forth there. I might even make it a little bit uneven. I'm gonna add a second one. Yeah. So it's like intentionally uneven. You see that? There's like a little one right there. Thank you. All the compliments. Yay. This is a quartz, and then this other one, I am not sure. But it feels nice, and it's kind of purpley. So it works. Yeah. I had mischief. My guide, or no offer anyway. Yay, you have a session with me next week. I'm excited to see you. Yes, okay, I'm gonna read this one. Courtney said biggest thing is helping kids feel safe and supported and not minimizing their experience. Absolutely. Yeah. So cool. Wow. I have buns in my hair. I have rocks in my hair. I have rocks hanging from my ears now. I feel like I look like a mouse. But anyway, thanks for joining me for this impromptu live. I'm going to go to a party. I have another live scheduled later in the week, I think on Thursday. I will need to put that on my profile, but it's going to be with Emily again, and we're going to talk about all kinds of fun stuff. But yeah, yes, I know I'm being impersonated. Please report and block them. I made a story about that yesterday, so there are many. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining. Super appreciate it. And I hope wherever you are, you have a great day. For most people, it's probably still Saturday, so I hope you have a great Saturday.